Hello, good morning, everyone. Today, the Asian markets are up between 1 to 2% across the board. Also on Friday, US stock indices closed higher. So expect a positive opening in our markets as well. I will request the technical team to carry forward.
Hi, good morning, everyone. This is Ayush. I'll be doing the technical call for the day. So, in the last trading session, there was a gap down opening, but the Nifty closed in green above 16,450. And also taking the global cues today, we feel Nifty is expected to open gap up, and it is going to be a very positive move during the day. Well, for today, the immediate resistance was at 16,520, but looking at the SGX Nifty, it's going to open around somewhere around 16,600. So the next important resistance for today in Nifty is at 16,700. And if there's a closing of that, we might witness 16,770, 16,800 levels. That is the next resistance for Nifty. Whereas if Nifty changes momentum and goes down, then the immediate support for the day is placed at 16,380 and 16,300. Moving on to Bank Nifty, we witnessed a huge selling pressure in Bank Nifty in the yesterday's trading session. But again, the closing was in green, and it closed around 35,000, which was the important support level for Bank Nifty. For today, the resistance for Bank Nifty is placed at 35,300, followed by 35,550. And if there's a closing above that, we might witness 35,800, 900 levels. Whereas immediate support for Bank Nifty is placed at 34,850. Below that, 34,600 will be the next support level. Moving on to Nifty Financial Services, well, the immediate resistance for Nifty Financial Services is placed at 17,300, followed by 17,400. Whereas support for today is placed at 17,120, followed by 17,000. Well, we feel FMCG stocks are really doing good. Hindustan, Unilever, Britannia, they are looking very good at current levels, whereas metals were weak in the past trading sessions. So NMDC, Vedanta, and Tata Steel were showing negative move. Well, that's all from my side. I request derivative team to take the call forward.
Yeah, I am Nirav here from the derivative desk. There are 2-3 good things that has happened in the last 2-3 days. First, the open interest of Nifty, which had really moved up from 1 odd crore to 1.5 odd crore, which was a 50% increase. That has come down by about 12 odd lakh shares. It is now around the 1.4 odd crore level. The PCR has fallen sharply from sub 1.7 levels to 1.21. So that is a very good sign. But the only real issue now again is the VIX has continued to increase. It has increased from 11 odd to 14 and a half levels. So we need to track the VIX, going forward. Other than the VIX, Nifty 16,500 strike PCR has gone below 1, which means it will be a task to move above 16,500 and close above the same. So we are opening a gap up today, and if we do sustain above 16,500 levels and close above the same, that means again a very big important resistance has been crossed, and Nifty can then again see aggressive buying, which can take it towards the 16,800, 16,900 odd levels going forward. So today's level to watch out for on the upside is 16,500, which is a very important level. From the stock specific front, Berger Paint, Emphasis, Britannia, and the whole host of FMCG stocks witnessed a breakout on Friday. Even though the market was down, we saw a good amount of rally happening in these stocks. Also, HDFC Bank witnessed a very good run up from lower levels. Overall, it has been a consolidating force in the last 6 odd months, and now it looks primed to move up
Hello, Nirav. We can't hear you. It's okay. I think Nirav's line is lost. So we will continue with fundamental update. So couple of news. Firstly, on Capacite Infra Projects, which is a construction company for real estate industry. The India Ratings has downgraded the company to default rating from A rating. This was done as there was some delay of payment, although it was more of technical in nature because of second wave of COVID. All lenders have confirmed that the account remains standard in their books. Debt with the company is at around 300 crores only, and debt equity ratio comes to just 0.3 times. Also, company's future seems to be improving with real estate industry performance improving. And the downgrading of ratings, although will have negative impact sentimentally on the stock. So in the near term, stock can witness a sell-off. Aptus Value Housing IPO will be listing today. The issue price is 353 rupees per share, and the issue was subscribed 17 times. Aptus Value Housing is business is very similar to that of Aavas and Home First Finance, which are also into affordable housing with a ticket size of just 7 lakhs. What differentiates Aptus from the other two companies is basically 1/4 of the loan book comes from small business loans, where the interest rate they charge is substantially higher than what is charged in the housing loan space. So they charge 21% interest for this small business loan against just 13 to 14% charged by in the home loan segment. So this is resulting in the return on asset of 6% for Aptus compared to just 3% for Aavas and Home First Finance. Also on valuation front, Aptus is coming at 7 times price to book compared to 8 times for Aavas. So despite Aptus having superior ROA and ROE, so we had recommended to subscribe to the issue. Although environment has changed a bit in last couple of weeks for small cap stocks, so I expect a flattish kind of opening for this IPO. Although in terms of quality, the IPO is very strong. That's it from my side.
Good morning, everyone. Aurobindo during the weekend has terminated their plan to acquire the animal healthcare company called Cronus Pharma, which they announced with their Q1 numbers. The street was not taking it positively, and we have seen that the stock has came down almost 15% since then. So this is something positive, as we can see that the company can use the funds are of around 450, which they were 450 crores, which they were planning to utilize for this acquisition, can be put for some other productive use like buyback and all that. And now we believe that this can be a positive trigger for this, and also the demerger of their injectable business remains a near-term parameter to look out for in the company. There is another news for Cadila Healthcare. They have got the emergency use authorization from DCGI India, which would be used for adults as well as adults and people from 12 to 18 years. So for adults, this is something a competitive space. However, for 12 to 18 years, this is the first vaccine which would be available. This is a 3-dose vaccine. So this is positive. First, still we need to look out the pricing. The company has not yet announced at what price it is coming, but because they're catering to the new space, this should be positive for them. Thank you.
So we are done for the day. Thank you very much for your time. Have a good day.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel for in-depth interviews of India Inc. and press the bell icon so that you do not miss our updates.